Hey guys, it's Allison here, and I have the next layout in the Clear the Desk series that I'm doing in conjunction with the class over at Shimelle.com. And I also have been looking at this one cut file on the Paper Issues site that is part of their challenges for February. And it's this really beautiful heart background. And when I was going through all the photos that I had taken on the day of my daughter's grad, which is what I am using with this kit of supplies that I have put together, there were several that I had taken of my three daughters. Now I've already scrapbooked the one where the two youngest are dabbing and the eldest is having nothing to do with it. But I wanted to kind of make one that doesn't have to go in with all the other grad layouts, is more of a Valentine to my girls, if you will. So yeah, so here's a little bit of reality for you. I endeavor to be as transparent as possible with you guys, so my struggles are your struggles. I knew that I needed a new cutting mat for my silhouette, so I happened to have one in my stash, so I pulled it out, stuck a piece of cardstock down on it. What I did not do was sort of reset my blade, and it chewed up the cut file. So this cut file, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, it should be an entire page of like randomly scattered hearts. And this was the first cut that I did, and it was chewing it and making all sorts of nasty noises, so I stopped it, and then I deleted a whole section of hearts, and I thought I could just have hearts across the middle of the page, so I tried to do it again and it did the same thing. And that's when I took it all out and fiddled with the blade a little bit, put it back in, and then I turned the mat this way and stuck it in, which you're probably not supposed to do, but I did anyways. And it cut beautifully, but a little off the side there. So instead of having this lovely white piece of cardstock with cutout hearts behind it, behind my photos, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and extricate these hearts from the mat and scatter them over my cardstock with maybe a few more paper layers in there, because that makes me happy. Okay, so first I got to get all this off the really sticky new mat, which is going to take me a while, and find some extra papers. I am going to use one of these papers from the Dear Lizzie collection. It's Lovely Day. I have two, so I'm going to use one. That's my one decision that I've made. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so it took me quite a while to pull all those hearts off my super sticky brand new mat. So yeah, not the wisest decision I think I've made today. But anyways, I have them all piled there just in the left corner, and I'd already pulled out a couple of scraps from the previous layout I had made from this kit, and also several journaling cards. Into my kit I had put quite a few journaling cards that I've had in my stash. I don't think I have the sort of extensive collection that somebody who maybe does Project Life or more pocket pages would have, but I do have an extensive collection, or what I feel is an extensive collection of journaling cards, both 3x4, 4x6, and all sorts of sizes. So I had pulled out several to get onto this layout, and I managed to use up 3 of them, so I think that's a success. So you saw there, I was just sort of playing with the hearts, gluing them randomly, trying not to glue them all facing the same direction, and I started with the largest ones first and put all those down, and then went to the next size down and ended with the teeniest size so that I could fit them into all the little gaps. And then once all those hearts are in place, I could adhere that one last 3x4 card and my photo. And then I took another of the journaling cards that had these 3 sort of chevron stripes on it, and I chopped them up into 3 strips and cut out the chevron point and the tails to sort of make it look more like an arrow. And I figure I can get 2 of them onto this layout. One right there, and then the other one at the top where that You Are My Sunshine sticker currently is. And then the third journaling card is that one that I fussy cut sort of around the wording, and that is going to be my title. And then I went through all the other embellishment packs in my stash and pulled out every single heart that I could find, basically. And I thought I could try and get them all in this layout, just sort of fill in the gaps with some hearts and put them over top and overlap them and just basically make this as heart themed as I possibly could. There were also, I have this embellishment pack from Pink Paisley. It's what's it called? It's like a lemonade one or something. Citrus Bliss, that's what it's called. And it had these 3 tiny little flowers, little die cut flowers. And those are the only things I put on there that aren't hearts, actually. Everything else is heart shaped. So, oh no, I lied. I put one more die cut, which says XOXO. So I'm just trying to find spots for all these hearts. I've got die cut hearts from the Citrus Bliss pack from Pink Paisley. I tried to put on a couple of larger die cut hearts from an Amy Tangerine ephemera pack, but they ended up just being a little bit too big for the layout, and they were taking away from the sort of mosaic of the white hearts in the background that I have going. So I decided to stick with smaller hearts. And then there was, I think, 3 or 4 on that Dear Lizzie sticker sheet that I have. And then there was some little chipboard ones in that waterfall chipboard set that I have. And then these sort of glittery ones, it's a brown chipboard, but they've got this sort of tealy green glitter over top. And there's one heart and 2 flower shapes. So I scattered those around. I'm making sure that everything is going on this diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. That's sort of following all those hearts, and just to enhance that flow. And then I get my journaling on. I don't say a lot, and I'm not adding any more title. I just have that one journaling card that I've popped up with foam tape, and then that sticker up at the top, and I figure that's enough. The last thing I add is those gem hearts from a crepe paper kit or pack that I had. And that's it. Layout finished. I don't make a lot of these sort of lovey-dovey layouts, so this was kind of fun to make. It was different for me. Anyways, if you want to play along, you've got till March the 4th to upload anything using this cut file onto the Paper Issues Facebook page. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.